where I've stuck my feet since 1967, really, with first discussion of Gesundheit in my senior year, 71. Always through medical school, playing. I always had noses in my pocket. I didn't call myself a clown. I was a doctor, you know. But toys and the friendliness, sparkly eyes, walk in there not going, oh God, I had a really rough night. No, not of that at all. Radiant play. And the staff loved it because you were always polite to everybody. There was no hierarchy because humor, the fool, has no hierarchy. They're the lowest, one could say, and they promote an atmosphere without hierarchy. So what is criticized as humor, get serious, and all of that sort of stuff is actually a way to protect the system I want to end. I want a loving environment where everybody is equal. I mean, they can't be equal in size or shape or whatever. But I mean equal in care. Yay. So, by my junior and senior year in medical school are when you start to put on your white coats and you spend all of your time on the ward with guidance. And every teacher is saying, you know, Pat, you spend too much time with the patients. Blah, blah. So I'd start coming in on the weekends and other times because the academics were easy. And it was too, I found out very quickly, if you're a nice, interested doctor, the patients will tell you anything. You can be the nosiest son of a gun in the world and ask them the most private of questions. And of course, the most private of questions are pertinent to their health. And if you're comfortable, they will answer. And what's funny is they can start with a fib, but then they see you looking at them and that you see it's a fib. And so they start telling the true story. So in my 4-hour interviews, I would ask a new patient who said, yes, I'm married. And I would say something like this: can you tell me how your partner kisses affect you? And I instantly can tell from the facial configuration after they hear the question what the answer is. Their eyes light up, or you can see, wow, they wish they were like what you're talking about, etc. And again, play. Okay, another trick, free. Yeah, it's a good social thing to be free. But free was another trick to make it intimate. Okay? Because I'm asking people to let me know them better than anyone knows them, and no bullshit, and let it come out. And so I find the best way I can get the most from you is to be your playmate, like on the playground at age 7. And they trust you, and it's free, and it's in this home that's so creative. You don't have a chance, plop your whole story. And you can't wait to share it and hear it with other people's stories. And so I graduated, no one gave me a hospital. I really thought, since we had eliminated 90% of the cost, and the costs were so high, and there was no creativity in medicine, we'd instantly be funded. It was such a reasonable thing. So I did the Yippee thing, 1971. It was happening all over the U.S., and as a result of that, all over the world. And that I started the commune, and 20 adults and our children moved into a large 6-bedroom house and said we were a hospital, open 24/7 for 12 years, with 500 to 1,000 people in our home each month, with 5 to 50 overnight guests a night. 6 bedrooms. We also chose not to give psychiatric diagnoses or psychiatric medication. So it was rare when someone who wasn't loony wasn't there. Loony is a positive term, a stimulation for the environment, if you will. So And there, okay, yes, love was important, absolutely important, and we loved each other. I mean, the first 9 years, none of those people left. Their life was unbelievably crowded with misery and scaredness and discontent and learning to be farmers, hippies making a life. Wow. What held it together more than a month? Humor. Because, okay, yes, Jerry Lewis, and I tried to see as many of the greats as I could because they all make an offering. But we opened our doors in 71 at the same time Monty Python came to the U.S. And I instantly saw, this is what we're talking about, okay? This is the graduate course in the foolishness of life. And I feel that I've lived a Monty Python-esque, all bowing to them, life since then. That's why we did bar-for-longs with bulimics, and we played with life, we played with death. And to my knowledge, no one was hurt physically. How people are hurt mentally, a lot is their own journey. But we certainly had huge numbers of mentally suffering people in our home, and we cared for them. And they cared for us. It's amazing how much of one's mental illness you lose in the company of energetic, playful communitarians.